Hey, what's up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new FIFA 18 Ultimate Team player review. Today we're going to be looking at one of the newly released Prime icons. That is of course Jay Jay Okocha. The Nigerian icon has a position change and a nice rating boost up to a 90 overall, and of course he goes from being a right-sided player to a central attacking midfielder. Stats wise he looks pretty good. 87 pace, 94 dribbling, 83 shooting and 84 passing. He is 5'8" with medium low work rates, right footed with 4-star weak foot, and of course the perfect 5-star skills. So I've got a couple of different squad options for you that you could put JJ into. The first one would be as a central cam in a 4-3-3 number 4 variant, a bit of a La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga mix there, with also another icon in Michael Owen up front. And then we have the squad that I mainly used the icon in. He's in a central cam once again in a 4-3-1-2, a mix between the Premier League and the Serie A, and his strike partners are Player of the Month Salah and the Prime Inzaghi. So let's take a look at the in-game stats for the Nigerian then. I was hoping for a little bit better in that physical department, not necessarily strength, but when I take a look and I see that his stamina is only 72, it's one that really jumps out to me, and I don't know, I feel like that's going to definitely hinder him in game. However, I've gone with the Hunter chemistry style today. Obviously happy with the dribbling stats that he's got and the passing stats. Let's just boost that pace and the shooting so that he's a beast in front of goal. And as you can see, we get him up to some ridiculous speeds, and his shooting stats include 94 long shots, which I definitely tried to take advantage of in game. So moving on in, we can now see the shots that I took but didn't quite fly into the back of the net, and then of course all the goals that I was actually able to score. We can talk positives and negatives now, and as always we'll start with the negatives first. There are two pretty major ones, and they're ones which definitely stand out when you do look at the in-game stats. And it definitely transitions in game as well. Stamina, we just mentioned it earlier. It's a bit of a problem because, you know, anywhere from about the 65th, 70th minute, you're not getting the most out of this icon. And let's face it, it's a prime icon that you're going to put some coins in if you're going to own one of these. So, yeah, it's someone that's not necessarily going to last all game long. I got the best out of him, let's say, in the first half, or the first half of the second half as well. But, yeah, after that, you notice that pace drop off and stuff, and it's definitely something that you guys should know about. And then, of course, the strength. He is a very weak player. There were countless times where I was trying to skill past a player and he would just barge me off the ball, and I just flew out of possession and fell to the floor. That's what happens with Jay Jay Okocha. He's not a very strong player, but of course he's got stats in other areas to try and make up for those two pretty big negatives. Firstly, pace is good. You know, he's a very, very quick player, and we boosted it hugely with the Hunter chemistry style. So his acceleration went up to literally perfection. He did feel really quick off the bat, and let's face it, with the crazy dribbling that he's got at his disposal as well, he does feel like a super quick player off the bat. Sprint speed overall is pretty impressive, but I've got to say it's where I most noticed it was just with his get up and go, his acceleration and stuff. His positioning is very good for a cam. He really did get involved in the attacks, and I've got to say I think he would be he's perfectly positioned in the cam spot, just because, you know, he has got the passing stats and will get you assists. However, of course, whenever I got in front of goal with him, I wanted to try and score, so that's why his goal tally was a lot higher than his assist tally for me today. He does have amazing ball control and dribbling. That's exactly what you expect from a player like this, known for his trickery and just he's so good on the ball. He is a joy to play with, and of course with that decent acceleration and the fact that he's well positioned and he's got really good agility and balance, he's, you know, it feels like Messi on the ball, to be honest. He runs with it really well, keeps it nice and close to his feet, and he's got that 5-star skill moves to really help him through, you know, get past those defenders with some of that trickery that he's known for. His weak foot's not bad either. I actually scored a couple of like left peg goals, couple from outside the box, you know, mostly inside the box, I guess. But yeah, honestly, shooting is fine with Jay Jay Okocha. It's actually one of his best traits. I don't know whether it's because we helped it with the Hunter chemistry style, but I found his his shots to be nice and powerful, very accurate, and the long shots, I was surprised at the long shots going in. Even finesse shots, you know, he's got a nice amount of curve about him, and they do whip around the defender, round past the goalkeeper, and tuck into that side netting, which is exactly what you want. So guys, that is the prime icon, Jay Jay Okocha. I think that the two major negatives are something which might stop me from doing the overall full SBC. And of course, I do like to do those SBCs, so you can tell that there's some relatively big negatives there, holding him back from being what could be one of the most perfect players on this game. But he's a lot of fun, you know, that the skill moves and stuff definitely add to that, and you will have a good time with this player on the game. Just know that he's not someone that's likely to last the whole 90 minutes. So there you go, guys. I hope you now know whether or not prime 90 rated Jay Jay Okocha is right for your ultimate team. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.